Legrand is absorbed in the interrogation. He still seems pretty annoyed. The violinist seems to be bearing the brunt of it. Legrand will attend to the interrogations, and I'll handle the investigation. I won't talk to him again until I'm ready to present the murderer. Legrand will I will... The lock isn't especially secure. I should be able to open it with the wire from the cargo hold.
Click anything. If I can see anything either. This is gonna take a while. There, I finally did it after much finagling around. Apparently it's not supposed to be that dark.
A lock, master, and son. Tough to crack. If I wanted to steal the eye, I'd concentrate on getting the 3 keys.
Like, I looked online, I couldn't find anything similar to my issue. I updated my driver, my display driver, it still didn't work, so, like, I reinstalled the game. I don't know.
If everything goes according to plan, the first time this monster is opened will be in the museum in Cairo. Fingers crossed. Neatly folded and unused. Legrand hasn't slept since we cast off, nor on the train. Legrand must have taken and developed the photos himself. He even made copies and enlargements. He seems to be prepared for everything, with access to more resources than a normal detective. Another alarm. It was tripped at some point, but there's no way to determine when. A microscope. Looks like the one that Lutz Reichinger uses in his pharmacy, just more modern. There's nothing on the slide, and therefore nothing to see. This is the pipe from the cargo hold. Legrand seems to have inspected it for fingerprints. I can still make out the powder. No. Nothing to see on the end of the pipe that the attacker held. Either he wore gloves or he cleaned the pipe. Aha! That's the bullet the doctor removed from the Baroness's corpse. Legrand's file on the Raven. Centimeters thick, but totally useless. We're not dealing with the Raven. Why can't he see that? Our man is ruthless, a bomber, and quite probably a murderer. The bullet resembles the one that the doctor removed from the Baroness's corpse. But I can't be certain. This file belongs in a museum. It's history. The inspector should concentrate on the present. There's nothing written on the bottle. I suppose it's some sort of stimulant, legal or not. Legrand has been awake for at least 30 hours straight, maybe more. I shudder to think what kind of side effects this stuff might have. A policeman on a murder investigation should have his wits about him. The risk that he could miss evidence or endanger himself and others is too high. A masterpiece. Forensic teams use kits like these. They're placing increasing importance on the preservation of evidence, but not in Switzerland yet. It's a small lab used to conduct simple analysis on site. All right, what have we got here? Half of the tools in this box will be interesting for an archaeologist as well. Actually, forensics and archaeology are really quite similar to each other. The goal is to find out what happened, whether a few hours ago or a few centuries ago. This is some kind of inventory list. For each chemical, it lists the chemical composition and a short comment on how to use it. And here's a list of the most important procedures. Fingerprints, gunshot residue, blood. I don't have to analyze the pillow and feathers to determine whether there's gunshot residue. I can smell it. And I don't have any other clues at the moment. A small glass bowl for mixing chemicals. A small... Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. For forensics in the woods or the open country, I suppose. No use on a ship. I'm sure Legrand could work magic in this alchemist lab. Me, I'm just awestruck. Fingerprints are overrated. Smart thieves wear gloves, or they make sure that there are too many fingerprints at the crime scene to check them all. Legrand must have taken them yesterday at the crime scene. Shot in her sleep. She didn't feel a thing. She went to sleep and never woke up. This photo provides an overview of the crime scene.
Yeah, sure it does.
Yes. The bed, the blood spot. The spot on the sheet is much bigger than the one on the mattress. There's blood on the blanket as well. A lot of blood, I'd say. The blanket and the sheet are gone. I guess they're in the medical center. Yes, that's how we found her yesterday. I think. I wasn't really myself at the time. No. Nothing suspicious. A rough diagram of the ship. Legrand marked the Baroness's cabin. Seems like he didn't turn up anything else of note. Smells like chemicals. Legrand probably developed the photos in here. There are still fragments of the syringe that the inspector broke in the sink. Why is he pushing himself like this? Even if he catches the Raven, is it worth ruining his career and his health? Okay. All right. That's the proof. Whoever shot the Baroness also fired the shot in the cargo hold. What could that mean? I'm sure that the pillow was used as a silencer. If Legrand doesn't want to hear about it, that's his problem. The sibling, the tape that came on it. All right, what have we got here? What's this? Oh, how practical. A hermetically sealed cotton swab for collecting samples. I'll take it.
Now we can go collect that blood. Let's go.
I always wanted to do that. That should be enough.
Oh, maybe my graphics were set too high. It's like now this tool is actually visible. Let's go check it out. Too much shadow or something, maybe. Look at how well lit up that is. Okay.
Wasn't there something about blood samples? Fingerprints, gunshot residue, blood. Well, it explains how to confirm that something is blood. That's a start. You have to mix luminol and a hydrogen peroxide solution and then drip or spray the mixture on the blood. The solution turns blue and glows even if there's just a very small amount of blood. Okay then, luminol and hydrogen peroxide. Aha, hydrogen peroxide solution. Aha! Luminol! All right, so this is our reagent liquid. I think it's better to drip the solution on the swab instead of dipping the swab into the solution. Maybe oxygen is an issue, or it doesn't work if you use too much of the solution.
Such a big baby. Not Poirot.
Okay, I'm filling the pipette and putting it down very carefully. So, let's see what we have here. No blood. Not the slightest reaction. If I didn't make a mistake, and it wasn't that difficult, then the spot on the Baroness's bed isn't really blood. But if it isn't blood, what is it? And more importantly, why didn't Dr. Gebhardt notice anything? He was supposed to have examined everything. I'd say it's time to visit the medical center.
Nope, I can't handle anything past low. Freaking lame.
The Baroness lay in a pool of fake blood. What does that mean? And why didn't Dr. Gebhardt notice? It seems impossible that Dr. Gebhardt could have shot the Baroness. He was with me when the gunshot ran out. But he must have noticed that the Baroness was lying in a pool of fake blood. Maybe he's covering for someone. Let's find out. It's probably for emergencies, in case a passenger falls down and can't walk anymore. Possibly due to rough seas, or maybe the captain's well-stocked bar. The sink looks like it's been cleaned recently. I can't say whether it was cleaned to comply with the hygiene regulations, or whether there was another reason. Interesting. A tape on a reel. The reel belongs to a much better player, like the one from the Baroness's cabin. I can't be certain that this is the reel that was missing from the Baroness's cabin, but it seems quite likely. A tape recorder from Sibling. Interesting. The reel in the Baroness's cabin is from the same company. A microphone was plugged into the tape recorder. Maybe Dr. Gebhardt records the results of his examinations and writes them down later. The player is rather basic. Simple, sturdy, practical. The play, the sibling, the tape that came on it. Okay. Nothing. Strange. There!
Jesus.
Very interesting. A shot is audible on the tape, and the reel comes from the Baroness's cabin. It's all coming into focus. I guess the trash bin is in here. Right. Paper towels, plastic packaging, cartons, and... Hold on. What's this? A burst rubber glove. It's knotted, and there's a red liquid all over the inside that looks like blood. I bet good money that it's the same fake blood I found in the Baroness's cabin. Dr. Gebhardt will have trouble explaining how rubber gloves full of fake blood got into his trash bin. First, the fake blood he missed in the Baroness's cabin, and now this. It doesn't look good for you, Doctor. That's proof enough for me that the doctor is involved in this. I should report to Legrand. Time to pay Legrand a visit. No! No, don't!
And that's the end of the first episode. You know, when a train went dark like that, it probably wasn't as dark, or it probably was darker than it should have been because I had the settings set too high. God damn it. That's why I said this is finally getting interesting. Sweet. Ah. Alright, well, you know what? I'll stop for right now. Thanks for watching, guys.